Man, damn, this nigga need to pick up, man. Shit. Trying to get this song done and shit. Hello? Nigga, you sleep? What the fuck it sound like, nigga? Nigga, you supposed to be here an hour ago. You black slick. What the fuck y'all doing, man? Oh, shit, bro. I'll be down there right now, man. See, man, that's that shit I be talking about, man. Y'all nigga be trying to have too much motherfucking fun. Let my nuts hang like a mistletoe at Christmas time. Like my money fast, why you think I like to bust a rhyme? Riding on eights, keep it safe, I can duck a nine. Skinny jeans sweeter than a recipe for ducking. I'm sharper than a 60-inch Panasonic plasma. I'm ballin' like Spin Carter when he played for the Rams. Let's make him go that moment, do that shit that we can't capture. Let's squirt you to the dope with your things right out. Yeah, keep it moving like 2 feet. Austin Powers mojo, I'm groovy. Busy land ass niggas too goofy. Life's like a motion picture, it's a movie. I keep my mind away from the mess, and when my nerves fucking with me, hit the blunt for the stress. Y'all, I can't belong, my moments alone. I know you looking for the greatest, and damn it, I'm home, but what my name is?
Back door, call me motion picture. Nicolas Cage highlight, call me 2 pistols. Golden gun double O, load it up. Clive Owen chopper scene, I load it up. I'm rolling through crazy, I barely miss the baby. The sound from my AR travel through the basement. Niggas rushing up the stairs, blasting like they waving. But black the last standing when the smoke faded. Post you in the papers, I made your ass famous. Fucking with Lorex, you will get your ass handed. They say you're real good, boy, but I'm outstanding. Triple X stunting in the no school bandit. Scope around his neck, he think he hard around his partners. Catch that nigga solo when I murk him like shots. I called your bluff pussy. Just call me the robber. I lead the way for bitches. You niggas just follow. Stop.
Now if it's a party, you know I slide through. Ain't why me shine with no dime. When I slide through, hey bitch, I'm elevator high. When I slide through,
yes sir.
Now if it's a party,
home team, what's happening? Home team. This your boy Blakberry Rex. It's a Thursday, so that must mean only one thing. It's time for the Rex P. Want to thank everybody for coming through, showing love, all the loyal compadres and compadrettes. Y'all know how we do it on a Thursday night here with the home team with Blakberry. There's Blakberry, no C, just a K. We like to talk about the home team, baby. ATL, Georgia, whatever fall up in that realm, your boy Blakberry down for it, and we represent. We got the Atlanta Hawks soaring the motherfucking skies like some motherfucking predators up in this motherfucker. And we ain't playing with no goddamn body. Once again, Trae Young, he take the fam up to New York City, to MSG, and he hold it down. They rolled out the red carpet for him. They went in the kitchen. They put on some cornbread, some greens, some mac and cheese, some potato salad, some chicken, some meatloaf. They went outside. They got the grill. They got the pit going. Put the hog on the spike. Put the hog in rotation. Went out there, slaughtered a lamb, peeled the damn wool off that motherfucker, cleaned it and gutted it, and served it up nice and juicy like with that lamb for Trae Young and the fam up in MSG. Because when Trae Young and the fam go to MSG, ain't but one thing happening, and that's catered service, baby. Because he owned that motherfucking place. He owned that motherfucking place up in New York City. And he dare motherfucker to tell him he don't. Or he'll shoot your something big lights out. Motherfuckers. What's going on, y'all? We gonna talk about it though. I'm pretty sure I have some guests in here eventually at some point. Maybe, I don't know. But we got to talk about those Hawks, of course, and how as good as they look right now, playing well together. Of course, the blowout loss to the Denver Nuggets a few nights ago. Of course, you don't want to lose games that way, but they've won 7 out of their last 8, and they've looked like convincing victories. So we're gonna talk about them Hawks, but of course, we got to talk about those Falcons too. It's been a lot to say. It's been a lot to say about the Atlanta Falcons and Kirk Cousins and Raheem Morris and Rich McKay and Terry Fontenot and Arthur Blank Jr. It's been so much said this week. I'm gonna keep this a buck when I tell y'all this. I believe this week we literally heard takes on the Falcons at every level of the game from mainstream media. I'm going on FS, on Fox Sports channels. I'm going on ESPN channels. I'm going on CBS channels. I'm going on all these sports networks, and I'm hearing some of everything being talked about the Falcons after we done went on this 4-game skid. So, I mean, it's almost like as much criticism that we gonna give them, because you know we gonna critique the shit out of them when they playing bad, when they playing good, when they winning, when they losing. As a fan base and as fans, we're gonna critique the team as needed. Before the loss to the Minnesota Vikings, there wasn't much chatter about the Falcons being on a 3-game losing streak. We heard some chat. They talked a little bit about Kirk Cousins throwing the interceptions. A little bit. But there wasn't any real coverage on the Falcons going from 6-3 to 6-6. And then the Minnesota game happens. And 6-7 looms its ugly head. And now we getting mass media coverage after we fall out of first place in the division. And Tampa takes first place again. I believe this is the reason for this. They was drinking the Kool-Aid on the Falcons. They was drinking the Kool-Aid. If this would have been years before, but after 2016, of course, they wouldn't have gave much stock. They wouldn't have put too much stock into the Falcons 6-3 record if this would have been anybody other than Kirk Cousins at quarterback. But because it was Kirk Cousins, they was drinking the Kool-Aid. They was. And rightfully so. Before the torn Achilles, he was front runner for MVP last year. Before the torn Achilles. Modern medicine, everybody believes in it. So they felt like Kirk Cousins could come back and he could perform well with a team that was already pretty much built around him. You just needed to insert a competent quarterback, right? So 6-3, they was drinking the Kool-Aid. But now it's time for some narratives to start changing. It's time for some narrative. It's time for some moonwalking from the media. Now, out of all of the takes I've heard about the Falcons, what I'm looking at a constant. There's a common denominator in every single take. And that common denominator is, believe it or not, the common denominator has been Michael Penix in every take I've watched. And I was just watching one show where they was talking about Arthur Blank's decision making as an owner to hire the right coach for the team and they was talking about the Bill Belichick situation with the 2 interviews, and Raheem Morris comes in and wins them over. They was talking about that, but they did not forget to mention Michael Penix being drafted after Kirk Cousins was signed. Everybody makes sure to mention Michael Penix. So let's go back a little bit. We listened to post-game press conferences with Raheem Morris, and the constant thing with him is, win or lose, no matter how bad he plays, Kirk Cousins is our quarterback. We just keep hearing it. Every post-game interview, he makes it a point. It don't matter what the question is about Kirk. The question don't even have to be about who's going to start next week. The question could be, what are you saying to Kirk Cousins about the turnovers? He'll say what he gonna say, then he'll say, but Kirk's our guy. He'll make sure he say that in every post-game interview, regardless of whether or not the question is about who's going to start and who's not going to start. So he's making a point to drive that message to everybody. That's our quarterback. This is what mainstream media is doing. They pushing back on that. They making sure that they talk about Michael Penix. They making sure of it. The 4-Letter Network on one of their YouTube channels today, they talked about how Michael Penix and his promise as a starter in this league, and not one time did they mention Kirk Cousins in the interceptions. It's almost like what the media is doing is, and I don't know, it called me crazy, and I know this is not the intention, but it's falling in line with this. It's almost like the media is saying the fans want Penix. We're going to back the fans on this. The coaching is suspect in Atlanta to the point to where we are going to talk more about Penix than we are about Kirk Cousins. Because the coach, the head coach, he seems to make it a point to say that Kirk Cousins is going to be his quarterback, even though Kirk Cousins ain't threw a touchdown in 4 football games. He's -8. -8 in the touchdown interception ratio per department. But Raheem Morris continues to say he's our guy. Now, in yesterday's press conference, he mentioned Raheem Morris. He mentioned how the Falcons are still in a position to where they could win the NFC South and find themselves a playoff spot and host a playoff game, because that's the only way it's going to happen. You're going to have to win the South. The NFC North is going to take the wild card spot. So he talked about yesterday in a press conference how that's why Kirk Cousins is going to get the start, because we still have opportunity to make it into the playoffs. I wonder if he really feels like Kirk Cousins can throw himself out of this funk that he's in. And if he does really think he can, how much conversation is he having with Zach Robinson on how to help Kirk Cousins throw himself out of this funk? I'm curious to know, because there hasn't been any indication over the last 2 weeks, maybe before the bye week, but there hasn't been any indication over the last 2 weeks that Kirk Cousins is going to come back the next week and he's going to play much better than he did the week before. I don't see that at all. Am I the only one? Maybe it's something everybody else seen. Now, yeah, he hit on some targets last week, like the pass to Mooney down the sideline. He hit Mooney and Ray in some tight spots a couple times last week. He hit Drake a couple times in some tight spots. But he continues to throw the ball into double, triple coverage, or to guys that they can't even run themselves open. He can't even throw them open. It's just too tight of a spot for him to be throwing in. It's cool to do it here and there, but every single snap you trying to fit it in the tightest spots you can. At some point, if all you seeing is guys being blanketed by double coverage, guys being blanketed by a man underneath or a man sitting over top, if you keep seeing that, at some point you need to go to Zach Robinson, you would think, and be like, hey, we got to call some stuff that's going to get these guys into open space and get these guys got to be able to run the ball after the catch, because they're not doing that. Even with the screenplays are not open field, y'all. It's bodies in front of you on screenplays. That's not open field. You want space. Well, not even your own players are in the vicinity, too close to where you can't make moves with the football. So I would be going to Zach Robinson and being like, hey, man, every time I step back to throw, I got to try to fit it in the tight windows. We got to get these guys to bring more people up in the box and to open the field up for us. Because even when they're showing that they're going to blitz, they pulling out. Pause. Well, not pause. Some of y'all need to pull out. You need to start pulling out there and wrap it up. God damn it. Too many. Y'all just keep having babies. Oh, my gosh. But anyway, they pulling out, showing the blitz, and every time Kirk steps back, he got a tight spot to throw it into. So if they only rushing 3 or 4, and you want to be able to open this field up, you're going to have to call better plays to be able to do so. It's not like you ain't got two backs in the backfield who literally can do everything that you need a running back to be able to do in today's league. You got two tight ends who are capable of running or running the short drags across the middle of the field. Because Warner can do that shit too. And he's a wider body. He can box out guys more. These are extensions of the run game. I mentioned last week on regulators. I would put Mooney to sauce it up a bit in the red zone. I would put Mooney in the backfield with Bijan or with Tyler and a T-bone, and I have them both go out for routes on a play action play. Have them both go out for routes. I would do that with a tight, and I do that with a 3 receiver set. I would throw these defenses off of their game. You have to, because the plays you are calling, these defenses see it coming a mile away, especially on fourth downs. The fourth down conversions, they already know what you want to do. 5-yard outs and quick inside slants. That's what you want to do on fourth down. Well, you got to trust Koo to make these kicks. You got to trust Koo to make these kicks. Two of these games we done lost in this 4-game losing streak. If you kick the ball instead of going for it on fourth or inside the 30, you win them football games. Long as Koo I know Koo ain't been making kicks like that this year. But you got to put him out there to get those points. You got to. Anyway, I was supposed to leave the Falcons shit for later, but I done got in it already. Goddamn it. Anyway, probably not gonna have. Well, it don't look like nobody coming in as of right now. So what I might do, I might drop the link, let y'all come in, let y'all talk y'all shit. Might then make this a special edition fan night on the Rex Pit. Let me see what y'all talking about down here in the chat. Who we got? Brian Peoples in the building. He say home team. Red and black, black and red, red and black, fire. I'm reading the fucking emojis. Come on. About whatever. What up, my G? What's up with you, boy? About whatever. That's my guy right there. Jonte Rogel, he say, what's good, Blakberry? What's going on with you, Jonte? I'm cool in there, bro. I went and got me something to eat, and it's been a day. It's been an eventful day. I'm so glad you asked, Jonte Rogel, how my was good. I'm so glad. Got up this morning around about my time, about 5 o'clock Mountain Time, 5 a.m. Mountain Time this morning. Got my day started. Got on the road, probably drove maybe 2 hours, and the trailer tire blew on me. So had to get that fixed. That took about 4.5 hours out of my day. Then I got back rolling, and probably maybe an hour and a half into rolling again, get pulled into a weigh station for a random level 1 DOT inspection. I passed, but that took another 2 hours out of my day. So I came on up the road a little bit, and I pulled my ass over and got me something to eat. And now I'm talking to y'all, man. Hey, man, the life of a truck driver, bro. The life of a truck driver. Now, whatever he say, who it is, this shit all right, though. What you talking about, whatever? Who it is, this shit all right, though. What you talking about, whatever? Brown people say, that pit open. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. That pit is open. Justin Rose just said, boo-boo. Who he talking about? Who you calling boo-boo? You better not be talking about my Hawks, man. Man, the GM, OC quarterback, all got the dip, shouted. Why y'all trying to get rid of Terry, though, man? Terry? Y'all trying to get... I ain't gonna never understand the Terry stuff, man. He said we ain't got a competent quarterback on our roster. In fact, I say none of our quarterbacks is decent. They ran Penix for 6 plays and wouldn't let him throw in a blowout. They don't believe in him. Oh, I don't think that's the case. You don't draft somebody. You don't draft somebody you don't draft now. You don't draft no quarterback like that and don't believe in about them. Come on now. They just didn't want him to. They was trying to minimize his mistakes, even though he was getting the playing time. That's what it was. He said, when you got a motherfucker who that guy on roster, you let him play and sling that rock. They hiding his arm. They that don't believe in it. For him. What else he stand on that shit? Yeah, I'm gonna open the link up for y'all. That's what I'm talking about, bro. He talking about the intro song. Oh yeah. Oh no, I said I was just playing that because I was walking to the truck from the restaurant, and I ain't want to take too long starting the show. But y'all know I usually just do the Rich Pit intro. I don't usually play music, but hey, yeah, that's actually me. That's my group LSB. That's my partner Sal, and my partner Slicky Rick. He was featured on it. But yeah, that's my little rap group from back in the day, man. That's my homeboy Sal, Marcel, and my partner Slicky Rick. He said, "Yeah, it's been a day for you." Yeah, I'm in Montana, bro. Now my house ain't boo boo neither. The fuck you say? Terry, the main architect of this bullshit. We seen he buying groceries. Yeah, but these some hardy groceries he done bought though. So I don't feel you on that one. Brian, people say Raheem better fly this team out tonight or tomorrow. Get your head out of your ass and playing smartly. That jet lag is not something to play with. No, it is not. All right, I'm gonna drop the link, man. Let me see. I'm gonna drop the link. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Hold on, I just got to pin it. All right. Link pinned in the chat for you. You want to come in, talk shit? Come talk shit, man. We gonna talk about it. But till I get y'all in here, if you are new to the channel, of course, hit that like button and that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can always know when we go live or when we post something on the channel. Also, go to hometeamfits.com and get your home team Falcon apparel. We are still honoring Cyber Monday deals for this week. So if you spend $100, you'll get $20 off of your prices. $20 off of your you get $20 off, goddamn. Spend $100, get $20 off. Still honoring the Cyber Monday discounts at HomeTeamFits.com. Represent for your home team at HomeTeamFits.com. Also, if you are in the Atlanta and Metro Atlanta area, or if you're not, you can go to SminoteMeatsandEats.com. He says the meat The barbecue so good it ain't smoked. It's Sminote. It's Sminote. Eatmeatsand.com. You can check them out on all the social media platforms: X, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and you can go online and you can order, or you can call in if you need catering. Sminote Meats and Eats. That Sminote ain't no gin-note. Once you try it, you can't deny it. It's SminoteMeatsandEats.com. Me, myself, I've had the beef ribs and the brisket, and it's mighty delicious. So y'all make sure y'all go check that out and get your eat on at SminoteMeatsandEats.com. All right, who we got up in the building?
You already know
Who we got up
it is.
in the building?
Already
What's up
know
with you,
who
boy?
it is. What's up, my guy? Hey, man.
What's happening, man?
I can't call it, man. How a lot of trees you out there, man?
Hey, I'm alive.
Man, we still
I'm
in the
alive
fight,
and I'm
then.
providing.
We still in the
Alive
fight,
and
then.
providing. What more can you ask for? Yes, sir. What you got for me?
Oh, man. As to me, man, I say tear it all down, man. Tear it all down.
So what
This
now?
tear it all down. This shit's going nowhere fast.
So what that? The Falcons?
Yeah, man. Tear it down. Just tear it down.
Why you? All right, why you say that?
His OC is incompetent, but he can only cook with the ingredients that the GM brought in. And these ingredients, it ain't none of the ingredients that we needed. We went in the first round for Pitts, who's a bust. We what, 4 years down to 5 years in with this guy? He's a bust. The only draft pick that I say he came close to hitting on would be Drake. The rest of them guys, Bijan still unproven because he's still soft as hell. He's scared to run up in the A gap, or the OC is using him wrong. And either way, that's a reflection of the GM, because how the fuck I'm the general manager of the McDonald's and the business is slow and fucked up and I don't get none of the blame. I don't understand it. Like a lot of
So
folks try.
you unhappy about the first round picks, not necessarily the other picks, but the first round picks.
Man, I'm mad with a bunch of shit, bro. You know how much money I lost this year betting on these motherfuckers?
Man, I told you to stop betting on these some bitches.
Bro, it's my vice, bro. Every year, bro. Every year, all year, bro. I bet 1,000 a game on these motherfuckers, bro. Every year.
But I told you to stop doing that. How many years ago I told you to stop doing that, Baldo?
By like 2.
I told you to stop it, bro.
Bro, look, man. These motherfuckers, man. And then I'm watching the ways that we losing, bro. Like, we losing because if you ask me, our best player on the fucking team, who is even fucking up? Like, that's poor coaching. Like, that's just poor everything. It's like the military rank and file, bro. It all starts at the top. When you griping, because I did ROTC and all that shit. Like, when you griping, you will never hear a captain or a lieutenant bitching off about his superiors to the motherfucking grunts and the niggas who ain't got no stripes, ribbon, brass, or decorations on it. He gonna go and take that shit to his superiors, and that's where he gonna do his bitching at. And it's the same
So
way.
who doing that?
No, man, the fans, we doing the bitching because we losing like a motherfucker. I can't wrap my mind around why the fuck we pay $180 million to Kirk Cousins, bro. I told niggas from the rip that ball was trash, and everybody came out and tried to make me seem like I was crazy. Like, bro, like, we've seen his ceiling, we've seen his floor. The best that Kirk Cousins is ever gonna be was when he was in Minnesota. But can we really use that as a fair assessment when you're surrounded by talent literally everywhere? That's not a fair assessment of his talent.
So
like,
let me ask you this. who idea you think it was to bring in Kirk Cousins?
But the general manager didn't make that decision on his own. He had the one goof ass nigga from the 2016 team who we brought back. Like, you don't throw trash away, then go back and dumpster dive and get the same fucking trash you throw it away. Like, that was stupid as hell. Like, bro, like a bunch of this shit is mind-boggling. As soon as I wanted the boy Harbaugh, I was split between him and Bill Belichick. Either one of them niggas come in and we look like this, all right, we'll get it together in a year, 2 years, let him draft and build up and do their thing. But this shit right here, bro, like, we kicked you off the team in 2016, bro, and a lot of people don't even remember. During that year, if I'm not mistaken, or was it the next year, he had an intern head coaching spot. And he fucking blew those packages too. Like, the guy's a failure. Like, but everybody keep wanting to get caught up on this what fake ass culture shit. Bro, Atlanta don't got no fucking culture. The best thing of culture that Atlanta got to offer would be in the entertainment industry, bro. Like, outside of that, Atlanta ain't got no fucking culture. Yeah, bro. Like, so no culture. We can't fucking, what the boy Bernie Mac say, man, we count roaches at bugs as an achievement, then shit, the kitchen in the project full of achievements. Nigga, that shit don't count. Like, man, this shit got me with a headache, man. Like, just tear it down, bro. Get rid of this GM. This was supposed to be a 2-year fix. And if you go back on your old videos and shit, I've been saying this shit for 4 years now. I feel like, and I stand on this, Terry Fontenot was sent here to sabotage us, bro. This was a 2-year fix. Take Penei Sewell over Pitts, fix the right side of the line, fix the right side of that line. Because now look at us, 4 years later, we talking about now that we need a right tackle. Nigga, I've been saying this shit 4 years ago, and everybody looked at me like I was crazy. Like, this shit is elementary, bro. Every game is won in the trenches. Build the trenches. If we'd have drafted Sewell over Pitts, we could have extended Matt Ryan's career by another year, maybe 2. That way, Ritter get to sit on the bench, still learn from Matt Ryan. That way, you ain't just throwing him into the fire as a 5th-round pick. We set him up to fail. Like, then we bring in Kirk Cousins. If you asked me, I would have kept Ritter. And we'd have probably got the same fucking result as we got this year with a $180 million quarterback. Only difference is we could have kept that $180 million and got the same fucking results. And we could have spent all this money and went and really fixed the defense and fixed the offense. Like, the boy Zach, whatever the fuck his name is, our offensive coordinator, he ain't proving shit. Like, when you out there playing with a stacked mob in a weak-ass conference, like, I mean, in a weak-ass division, are you really good? No. You're playing against, you're a high schooler playing against fucking peeweers. Like, you're supposed to do that to them. Like, it's just so much fuckery and bullshit with this shit. Like, the nigga Terry's a plant, bro. Like, motherfucker can't convince me otherwise. He got sent here to sabotage us, bro. This was a 2-year fix. And he blew the package, drafted all of every fucking thing that we didn't need. If he'd have drafted for needs instead of this gay ass BPA bullshit, whatever the fuck that is. If my car needs a new head, like, nigga, I ain't gonna go and put a new engine gasket on it because it's the best price I could have got. I'm gonna get what I need. I don't need a head gasket.
That's a good analogy. That's a good analogy, but let me ask you this question. I'm going to ask you a series of questions here. Because if you're just tuning in about whatever he's he coming on at, we got the link drop. Anybody want to come in talking shit, you can. The link is pinned in the chat. But about whatever he's saying, he is saying that this team ain't going no goddamn well because it was never meant to, in other words. Is what he's saying, because we got an incompetent general manager who was sent here to sabotage the franchise. So I'm gonna ask you this question. It's a series of questions, actually. First question: when Terry Fontenot was hired, do you think he was hired as the first option, or do you think they had other people they was looking at before Terry?
Honestly, I don't know, but I would say because no motherfucker playing with hundreds of millions of dollars is just gonna settle for the first anything that walk in the door. So I feel like they probably had 2, maybe 3 options on the table, and they just took him because he was better with the numbers because they was trying to crunch numbers and still have some finesse room to make plays. But if you asked me, I'd have went with the guy who's better at getting talent. I don't care about the numbers. We'll deal with the numbers when we get there. I get it. It's not man. So a lot of this shit, when I'm saying it ain't making sense in the vacuum. But I'd have took the guy who's better equipped for finding and getting and bringing in talent. Terry.
Okay, so let's stay right there. So clear, you made it. You made it obvious. You don't like the first round draft picks outside of Drake London, right? You don't like the Pitts pick. You didn't like the Bijan pick. The Drake pick, you kind of on the fence on, but you can live with the Drake pick in hindsight, right?
I can live with that because that was a twofer. We filled the need and got what we wanted.
Okay. So let me ask you this now. You said you'd rather go with the guy that's better at going to find the talent. Well, it's a few guys. I'm gonna point out. I'm gonna name some names, and these are Terry Fontenot's guys that he personally scouted and brought to the team. All right, Darnell Mooney, Jesse Bates, D. Offer.
Well, D. Offer, he definitely hit on him, but I feel like, in my personal opinion, D. Offer should have went higher than what he did. Jesse Bates.
Well, D. Offer wasn't even drafted. He came from the Canadian League. Remember, he had to try out for the team.
Right, I'm thinking of the other nigga Hall or some shit, number 30. I think that's 30.
Hall. Yeah, you probably thinking about Hall. Yeah, he ain't here no more. Yeah.
This nigga, like, see, this is the pride I run into with that. In Chicago with a bum ass quarterback named Justin Fields. He was already good. He was eating with the one guy before Justin Fields. What's his name? That played for Pittsburgh. He played here.
That was shit. Not Brock Osweiler, but
you know who I'm talking about though. Who went over Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Like, who was that nigga before he even stepped foot in Atlanta? Like, Bates. I live in Pittsburgh, so I get a lot of AFC North football. Like, my TV's bombarded with that shit. So I watch all football games every week. So I've been seeing what Jesse Bates had to offer. But since he got here, it's like he regressed. He didn't get better and add on to, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it might be better looking in the context as he's the lone guy in the back end that we got. Whereas in Cincinnati, he had players around. He had corners and another safety to play with. The boy Simmons, straight trash. Why the fuck did we bring him in here? Who knows? I still can't wrap my mind around it.
Well, he just done had a couple bad games, but he ain't. I mean, before the injury, he was playing solid. He was playing lights out when we was playing two high safeties.
And that's again falls on why I can't stand this fucking head coach. Yo, he can't buy a clue, and the offensive coordinator is walking on eggshells, bro. Or he's dumb as hell, and I would just like to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's just walking on eggshells, because ain't no way in hell you could be this fucking stupid. Like, bro, like for the last 2 years, I've been watching Yeah, since Bijan's first year, since they called his name, I've been watching this guy, man. It's to the point, bro. And I said it in this first year, and everybody was looking at me crazy. But when it's to the point when they see his number in the backfield, bro, they just put Sam and Will next to the fucking D ends and just tell him just stand right there because he's going to run to you. Like it's this like they try to do too much. I get it. It's a brand new hard ass new bright radio controlled car. You want to drive it every day and flaunt it and show your homies and shit. But my nigga, we got other cars too, bro. Like, and the other cars we got, I would personally say the other car we got is way better because it does way more in the run game. Like this offensive coordinator, he's retarded, bro. Like he keep trying to feature Bijan, bro. Every game is not a Bijan game, bro. What we should do, and I'm gonna keep saying it because I've been saying it since we drafted him. We need to start Tyler Algier every game, quarter 1, 2, and half of the third quarter to like the last 4 minutes of the third quarter and just run
Bijan
90-10.
been balling though. Bijan been balling. He holding on to the football. He holding on to the ball. He eating up yards. He averaging like 5 yards a carry or something like that.
But it's not like what it's not creating enough balance in the backfield. Like I'd rather see some 2-back sets where we swing Bijan in motion late and give motherfuckers a perception like, yo, damn, they got London over here, they got Mooney over there, they got the boy Pitts right here on the tight end, they got Tyler Algier.
I do want to see more, yeah.
Bijan.
I do want to see more extensions of the run game in the passing game. I agree with you there 100%. I want to see more extensions of the passing game. I mean, or the running game in the passing game with Bijan and Tyler. And you're right. That I do agree with you with. But let me finish. Let me finish asking these questions though. All right. So you said you said okay. So we agree. Mooney, D'Arford, and Jesse. You know, you say Jesse don't regress, but they still solid pickups for the team, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay, so if let me ask you this: with considering the pocketbook, the purse that Terry had to work with when he got here, which is literally nothing. Did anybody think that after acquiring Jesse Bates that we would be able to acquire a Mooney or a Judon or a Justin Simmons or a Caden Ellis or a David Onyemata and give AJ a team-friendly contract extension?
I mean, some people might say that they didn't. I didn't see us picking up this many players, but motherfuckers like Judon, we should have never even targeted him. He's trash, past his prime. Like,
yeah, but we didn't know that coming in. That's hindsight. We didn't know. You knew you were gonna be trash,
bro. Teams don't let their great players just leave, bro. Like that should have sent the back signal. Should have went up immediately when you heard Judon was on the market. Oh man, hell no, he's poison. Stay away from that. Because why did they let you walk?
They let Jalen Ramsey walk. Who that Jalen Ramsey was with before he was with LA? Before he with the Rams?
But he forced his way out of Jacksonville, bro. You gotta remember that 2017 when he left, Jacksonville was still Saxonville with Ngakoue and all them boy Miles Jack and all that. Like they were still set. What happened was when they got cheated in that AFC Championship game and they called them 2 ghostly ass pass interference calls on Ramsey. The next year he was like, man, fuck that shit. I'm out of here.
So we agree.
This many players, but I seen us making moves.
But yeah, so
I just
what you
wanted
didn't
players
see
that
us
fit it.
being able to get this many players though. You didn't see us being able to get that amount of talent after getting a premier talent like Jesse Bates and still being able to go acquire these major pieces that could really benefit your team on the defensive side of the ball, right?
Yeah,
we did nobody see them being able to do that considering the financial side of the game that they was working with Terry Geyer. Terry done literally pulled shit together and went out and made deals with other teams and with guys that was in the free agent pool. He done went out and made these kind of like perplexing deals that don't nobody really understand how he was able to get some of these guys here. But when you look at the books and you look at the money, not only does the money make sense that these guys are getting paid and it's actually what they're worth, but it's also team-friendly contracts where even if we don't want to continue on with anybody he's giving a contract to, including Kirk Cousins, we can move away from them the year after that, whether it's by trade or whether it's by cutting them, and it don't hurt the team financially that much.
But I seen motherfuckers like Anya Mata and Caden Ellis. I knew he was going to poach some of his guys from the Saints. Like those numbers for the deals that he gave them, bro, they probably getting league minimum, and all the rest of it is just backloaded front loaded with the signing bonus. Cause I be doing shit like that playing Madden. Like I be doing shit like that playing Madden, bro. Like I'm in 27th season now on one. Like motherfucker Ritter just asked me for 100 and something M. All right, I'll give you 80 as a signing bonus, and you gonna play for this other 10 per year, bro. Like I ain't for that shit. Like, and it makes business monetarily. It makes business sense. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I knew he was going to poach guys from over there. Them was his guys. He drafted them. He brought them in. So I ain't too mad at it. I'm just looking at it from the aspect like they don't have much to offer.
First round picks.
Yeah, like it's the first round picks that's killing me, bro. Like you're walking in the store. You drove the car to the mechanic. You diagnosed the problem. Yo, man, my fucking my timing belt is fucked up. All right, you sure that's the problem? All right, let me run a diagnostic test, hook it up to the machine. Hey, yo, you right, but I know I need a timing belt, but damn, bro, like I want to get a catalytic converter. Like, what the fuck, bro? Nigga, you don't even need this. What the fuck is you trying to buy this shit for? Like, nigga, you don't even need it. What is you talking about? You came in for a timing belt, even with a catalytic converter, and still got the same fucking problem that you had before you walked in this motherfucker. And it's the same as that thing with the Falcons right now, bro. Like the same thing all of us fans collectively is yelling about, bro. We've been yelling about this shit since Matt Ryan retired. Let that sink in, bro. That's all of Terry Fontenot's career here. We should not be having these same problems, bro.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this right here.
Go
ahead. This got a part two. This question got a part two to it. So I want you to answer part one, and then I'm gonna ask part two and answer part two. So part one of this question: what was Kirk Cousins like? What kind of season was he having before the torn Achilles last year?
He was having an MVP
with Minnesota.
Season. He was having an MVP type season. But he was putting up those numbers in spite of his play. Like when you throwing the Justin Jefferson 40 fucking times a game, like that's like having Julio and Roddy White on the same damn team together, like in their primes. Like, bro, like I I can go out. I ain't played quarterback since fucking 03, my nigga at Westlake, and I can go out there and make a killing throwing to these niggas all game, 17 games.
Yeah, but Justin Jefferson just one target.
Load of that receiver out there.
His backfield was incompetent. Madison had Butterfingers, and he had lost what's his name to the Jets. So you had a fumble rookie running back. You had Addison, who was there, but he really wasn't producing as much when before JJ got hurt. He stepped up to the plate after the JJ injury. And Addison is damn good number 2 receiver in the league. It might be a couple teams he can go to in the league where he could be a number 1 receiver on that team. But part 2 to this question. So part 1, you say he was having an MVP type season last year. This part 2 to that question. When we were at 6-3, what type of season was he having this year for the Falcons? When we was at 6-3. Now this 9 weeks into the season now.
Man, if you ask
what type of season was he having?
A mediocre season, because the same thing we talking about right now, how bad he playing, that's been there all year. We just was winning games, like in spite of the.
So you trying to say
in spite of
he
poor
was playing
coaching,
this bad?
No.
Before when we was at 6-3, you trying to say he was playing as bad as he's playing now?
Yes. Only difference is he wasn't turning the ball over as much. He was playing bad. He was playing bad. It just didn't look as bad as he was because he wasn't turning the ball over. Like I can deal with bad play as long as you don't give the ball away. I don't give a fuck if you come out and pull a Dak Prescott for the first 3 quarters and do a whole bunch of nothing. As long as you don't give the damn ball away and keep us in distance of being able to take a lead or maintain the lead, I'm good with it. I don't give a fuck if you come out throw 10 passes a game, like how they did the one quarterback in San Francisco in the championship game, bro. They came out and let you throw 10 passes, my guy. And you was looking shitty as hell for all 10 of them, and you still won the game. I'd rather you do some shit like that. Put the fucking handcuffs on him. Don't let that motherfucker throw the ball no more than 10 times a fucking game. If it means
let me tell you why I'm questioning a little bit of your takes here. Because we know at that 6-3 point of the season, our biggest flaw for our team was the defense. And how many yards the defense was giving up, how many points the defense was giving up, right? That was the biggest glaring issue we had, but yet we was 6-3, which means your offense must be winning shootouts, giving you fourth quarter comebacks, that your offense has to be giving you the edge in order for you to win football games. If every football game you letting teams just run them down the field and score at will on you. So that's what was going on at 6-3. So I can't see how you see it. I
said that's been the Falcons forever. Since I became a fan in 96, 95, 96, our defense been trash since then. Like, that's to be expected. The defense getting yards and points put up on them all willy-nilly, all crazy, left and right. Like, that's to be expected. I expect that every year. I don't give a fuck if Deion Sanders was playing every position. I'm still expecting to give up 300-400 yards passing the game and at least 28 points. I expect that.
But if you got a defense that's giving up all these yards and points, and a quarterback who you say was been playing bad all year, he just wouldn't turn the ball over. How in the world you get to 6-3?
Well,
How do we get there? How do we sweep our division up until the Saints game? How do we do that if the defense is playing trash and the quarterback playing trash?
our
How?
defense, our whole division is trash this year. Look, I bet on the Falcons hit 1,000 a game, all 17.
I know, and I done
So,
told you to stop.
I know, right? I would just walk outside and hand it to him, motherfucker, for all that. No, look, though. It's bad every game, but it's a lot of games in them 6 games that we really should have lost. Like that Philly game, I fell asleep on it like right after halftime. And the next morning, like, oh shit, we won. Like a lot of these games we lost. I mean, a lot of these games we won, we could have very much lost a couple of them. Like our whole division is trash this year. I really expect to sweep the whole damn division. The only motherfucker who might give us some competition because they don't got shit to play for is a motherfucker like Carolina. Them playing us will be their Super Bowl this year. If they come out and score 10 points on us, that's as good to them as winning the Super Bowl. That's how they would look at that shit and regard it, like they actually did something. But our whole division is trash. It's been like that for the last 2.5 years, for real. Last year is an anomaly with Tampa Bay. They'll never do that shit again.
I'm gonna disagree with you here. I think this division is better than people think it is, outside of the Carolina Panthers, who I believe now, after firing who they let go, their president or something, or their general manager, they let go of somebody, and look, the little joker, the little guy, he got his job. He got his job back at quarterback, and they've been playing all right ever since. They've been playing teams pretty tough. They've been able to score.
Last game, they should have won last game. They should
have won that leg. Now, New Orleans, when Carr played, they actually played decent. And Tampa, unless they was playing us, everybody else, they was playing pretty damn good. So I think the division I think it's more competitive than what people think it is, because the records don't necessarily suggest that it's a tough division. But anybody that's played anybody in this division this year has been in a dog fight. And that's including the Skanks and the Panthers. Now, the Panthers, they done got their asses wiped plenty of times. But ever since the little guy got his job back, they've been fighting. They've been giving people some tough games. I think the division is better than what people think it is. I think we are still the best team in the division. But the reason why I asked you the questions about Kirk Cousins and the type of season he was having last year and this year at that 6-3 mark is because when I look at the numbers, when I look at the stats, and I do agree that stats can sometimes not tell the entire story. But I think in this case, the stats tell you exactly who the Atlanta Falcons are. We are currently defensively. We currently are middle of the pack in defense in passing yards allowed. We're middle of I take that back. We're middle of the pack in points allowed. We're middle of the pack in points allowed in the first half and the second half. And we're also middle of the pack in points allowed in the fourth quarter, which this year, teams not giving up a lot in the fourth quarter, because we giving up like 6 points. We right at like 6 points, a little over 6 points average of giving up in the fourth quarter. 11 points in the second half. So that's the defense, even as bad as it has been throughout the season, and really just had 2 good games out of the whole season. And offensively, we're in the top 10 for everything. Passing, rushing. The defense is among top 10 in stopping the run. But
So what you
this
saying
is
about
where it get. Well, I'm gonna get to that. Let me get to it. Let me get to it. So what the numbers suggest is that we are competitive. That's what the numbers suggest on that spectrum. And when we look at points a game, we like middle of the pack in the league. At the 6-3 point though, we was like top 10 in points a game. But we're middle of the pack now. So when we look at all of the numbers tell us that we're competitive. But when we look at the turnover differential, that's when we start to see the difference in not only the season, but in every single game we've lost this year. When you don't win the turnover battle in this league, you're going to lose 9 times out of 10. In college, you can turn the ball over 4-5 times a game and still win. We know those Georgia fans know that the hard way this year. But at this level, 9 times out of 10, you done dialed yourself up an L if you turn the ball over multiple times and your defense can't cause turnovers. Well, when we were 6 and this go back to the questions I was asking you about the defense. When we were 6-3, and the defense why they keep putting DB so far back in the slot? Why we can't generate no pass rush and get no sacks? We last in the league in sacks, but we was top 10. Actually, we was top 5 in turnovers when we was 6-3. We was top 5 in turnovers on the defense. Why? Because attacking the ball, you increase your chances of getting a turnover.
Mm-hmm.
But when you playing man and you playing foot for foot with somebody, it's harder to get those turnovers. It take a real special DB to play somebody man and to get a turnover in the sequence. But when you can attack the ball, you increase your chances of a turnover. We wouldn't get, but when you running a 3-4 defense, your outside linebackers have no choice but to do what? Cover.
Uh-huh.
So in pass rush situations, when we asking why Judon ain't getting no sacks, why AK ain't getting no sacks, and we ain't getting no pressure. Now the inept pressure we was getting up the middle, the lack thereof, that was on those DTs. And my theory with them is they just didn't like the game plan, and they was half-assing on them stunts, and they was half-assing trying to get pressure, staying in their lanes. But you run a 3-4 defense, your outside linebackers have to cover. They got to be able to cover. So we're not getting sacks because we're not trying to get sacks. We're trying to get turnovers, which are more effective in a defensive scheme. So when we were 6-3, it was because we was turning the ball over and our offense wasn't turning the ball over at a high rate. We might have had 1 turnover a game here and there. But remember, it was a good 3-game stretch where we didn't turn the ball over at all. So we turning over the ball on defense, and we not turning it over on offense.
Yeah, but during that stretch, what was we doing the most? We wasn't airing it out 30 times. Like we was playing 22 power. 19 power, 21 dive, 22 counters and shit. Like we like that's why I said, man, we need to get back. I would rather us come out and lose playing Atlanta Falcon football, like what the boy Coach Carter said in the movie that I watched earlier. We come out, we make the motherfuckers play our game. And most of all, we dictate the fucking pace of the game. And it's like, I don't know who to put it on. Whether it be the GM, the head coach for allowing this bullshit to go out there, the offensive coordinator for calling this bullshit. Like, I'd rather us go 90-10 in offensive scheme. Run the ball 99 times to 1. I'd rather, if we want to lose, I'd rather us lose playing our game.
And that's why I will come around
I come out with a different game plan, and this shit fold and blowing up in our face, and motherfuckers just sitting over on the sideline looking dumbfounded as far as Gump. Like nigga, you know why this shit going like how it going? Because you put this bullshit out there.
You're not making the right, you're not making adjustments when it's time to make adjustments. And that's why I was coming around to. This why I think you are overreacting a bit when you say blow it up. Is we know this offense can move the football, and we know this defense can get the production that they need to get to keep teams off the field, to keep offenses off the field. See, or to get offenses off the field without scoring. See, I think that Chargers game, people forget about the Chargers game and the way the defense played because we lost the game. So when you fast forward to last week, to this past Sunday against the Minnesota Vikings, we look at a bad day the secondary half, and it's like, damn, we getting the sacks, but now we can't stop nobody. But we did though. We stopped the Chargers. We stopped the Justin Herbert led offense that was amongst the top of the league in offense.
I do you one better. We slowed Kansas City down the gate of NFL, the blueprint on how to beat these motherfuckers.
We sure did, even though they struggled the 2 weeks prior to that too and won. But you're right though. And that was when we was playing 7+ yards off the damn receiver in the slot still. So I think a lot of the way we've been losing and us being on this 4-game skid is it clouds our vision a little bit, especially those of us that actually know what we're looking at out there. You see an offense that between the 20s, they will move the ball up and down the field on your ass. But once you get inside the 20, it's something that happens. It's something that happens every single game that the Falcons are doing on a consistent basis. And it's not per se the Falcons, but you got to say the Falcons because Zach Robinson is the offensive coordinator. Zach Robinson is having a problem with calling plays in the red zone for 2 reasons. 1, he's still wet behind the ears and don't know no goddamn better. 2, because he want Kirk Cousins to be the man. Instead of relying on that 2-headed monster he got back there in the backfield to go ahead and get you 6. Now, this is where it become a Raheem Morris issue. You see the same thing everybody else see, Raheem. You see the exact same thing everybody else see. That your offensive coordinator is throwing the ball with a timeout left and the clock about to run out in the first half. Because before that half ended, we could have got points. We could have got 6. But Zach Robinson, instead of running the ball on 3rd and goal, with the timeout left, now it was 16 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
Instead of running the ball up the middle, if you don't get it, you still got that timeout. Mm-hmm. Instead, what he do? He throw the damn ball. And it's a penalty. It's a flag through, and now you get backed up. Now you ain't got no time left to do nothing but kick a goddamn field goal. See, it's poor. This is coaching. This is when it's coaching, and so for me, it's the turnovers. by Cal, what that boy name is, Kirk Cousins. It's the turnovers from Kirk, and it's Zach Robinson not knowing how to just get out his own fucking way.
I didn't want him here to begin with. I didn't want this motherfucker who we threw away in 2017 either. I wanted us to get Harbaugh and bring in some new blood from out the college ranks, man. We need a what you call that shit? A rejuvenation. Like we need to inject some young blood into this shit. Like if I go and get a motherfucker who done been passed around the league, like the guy man on the corner down there, like I'd rather just go and get a new motherfucker, like from out the college ranks. Bring some of that college shit. Man, we'll open up 15 playbooks here in front of you, man. You go in there, you pick all the best players that you like and create a playbook from that shit.
They just need to stop turning the ball over. About what else? They just need to stop turning the ball over, bro. It really is just that simple. Stop turning over the ball. It's that simple. Do you know how many turnovers Justin Herbert had when he came into that game against us? You know how many turnovers he had?
Probably like 5.
Damn, he ain't had not one. No turnovers. He caused not one turnover coming into that game against us. It's why they have and their defense didn't start showing up till just a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was wondering what their defense at. And then until they started implementing J.K. Dobbins into the game plan more offensively, they weren't even doing that much. But they was coming across wins. Why? Because their quarterback was taking care of the ball. And their defense from time to time would cause a turnover. To the point where now their defense get recognition because they cause turnovers. And they stop the run. But their quarterback ain't turning the ball over neither. They just gotta stop turning over the ball, man. I get. See, be real with me here. Because the Falcons ain't made the moves, because Terry Fontenot ain't made the moves that you had like him to make, and now we on this failing plummet that we've been on. That's really what's driving most of your thought process right now. Right or wrong?
I mean, bits and pieces, but I'm looking at it more so from since you walked in the door, my guy. What do you say, man? We were riding the fucking gravy train on biscuit wheels, my nigga. You walked in the door and then damn shit that fell apart, like what's up with this shit? Like the only new nigga in the room is you. Like, hey, what he say on Harlem Nights? You in charge of the girls, right? That how come only time the girls is the only motherfucker shop. Either somebody got a problem with their arithmetic or somebody stealing, cause this shit ain't adding up,
huh? Yeah. All the night, that's my joint, man.
Oh, you got a problem with arithmetic, like Sunday adding up, like, and you supposed to be the big dog, like, as far as like if this shit was addressed like a military ranking, Arthur Blank would be the fucking general. Terry Fontenot would be his second in command. Like my nigga, we wasn't stacking up casualties over this motherfucker till you walked in the door, huh? Like what's up with that? Bro, we been out here in this field fighting for 300 days, 300 nights, bro. We only lost 10 niggas, dog. Now you in here, we losing 30 niggas a day out this motherfucker. What's going on? Like that's your imprint. And I don't like a few of the draft moves he made. Some of them I liked it, some of them I didn't because I couldn't understand it. But it's like what I was saying earlier, bro. I need a timing belt, nigga. You going get a catalytic converter, some shit we don't need. We didn't need a Cal Pitts. We still need that right tackle. And Penei Sewell sitting up there in fucking Detroit got these balls looking like they're fucking genius.
Like, what's wrong with the right tackle we got?
Man, that boy be looking like fucking what's them old cartoon like the Tasmanian Devil? The way his head began spun around out that motherfucker. That nigga like one of them fucking old school bank doors. The little joint you just walk up and push and the shit just go in a big ass circle like.
Nah, man, Caleb been the more consistent liner we got this year. He the fewest penalized, got the fewest penalties. He only gave up a few sacks. He's still a dog in run blocking. Did you see him and did you see the way him and Chris Lindstrom literally simultaneously last week against Minnesota, they took linebackers and lifted them off their feet and sat them on their ass? They did that simultaneously at the exact same time.
I'm up here in Pittsburgh, bro. We don't get no love up here, man. Like, I can't pay for a fucking Falcon game up this motherfucker. I'm way out Pittsburgh. I can't pay for a fucking Falcons game out here.
Go in your Google Play Store. What you got, an Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
Go in your Apple Store and type in DOFU.
Say that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm
now I don't know right now. I got Android, so I don't know if it's like that for iPhone in the Apple Store, but in the Google Play Store,
I go buy me a motherfucker.
It may do what it is
right now. Yeah, I'll walk out this motherfucker and go buy me an Android right now to get them Falcon game.
There it is right there. Brian People just hooked you up.
Yeah, hey, good luck, Brad, folks.
But yeah, man, the link is dropped in the chat. Anybody want to come in and talk a little shit real quick? I got about 9 more minutes. I will oblige an additional 15 minutes if somebody click the link and come on in and shoot the shit with me about whatever, man. Listen, y'all. It's really when it comes now. I got to talk about these Hawks real quick, goddamn, because I'm not. Listen, let me explain something to everybody out there in the damn airways or whatever the fuck. It's something special going on right now in the Atlanta Hawks locker room. It's something special going on. And if you don't know what it is, let me go ahead and give you some game on what it is. Trae Young is finally acting like a leader.
And I thought it
and that's just
when I watched.
No, you see it too, don't you? You see it too, don't you?
Look,
he's acting like a leader.
Tombo and Jason Terry, but like that young boy, he's something special. Like, I don't even watch the Hawks because I ain't trying to have a heart attack or no fucking stroke. Cause them bitches will kill me. But but no, look, I ain't been a Hawks fan since Mutombo, but I caught a glimpse or two of it last night while I was live. But I watched the highlights this morning. Yeah, man, that Trae, he coming into his own, man. Now, if we could just pay him to play some fucking defense, if we can get him to play some real fucking defense, and hell, just stand in front of him, just put your arms out, get him to stand, and just put your arms out, bro. Like, just don't let him get around you. Hug him if you got to. I don't give a damn how you get it done. Just get it done, bro. Like, just stand in front of him, all.
Well, as far as the defense go, he gonna play about as good as defense as he playing now. It ain't gonna get no better than that. So, I mean, 5'11", or $135, or $145, whatever the fuck he is. Yeah, this about as good as you gonna get out of him defensively. but as a leader, but something that a lot of us fans wanted him to start looking like more of is a leader. You see that now. You see his interaction with the players on the sideline now. Now he ain't just sitting there, taking in how much greatness he putting out there on the floor and not speaking to nobody. Now he on the sideline talking to the rest of his players and getting them excited, amping them up, congratulating them when they do well. So and not only that, when you listen to him in the press conferences, he actually sounds more confident in what he's saying. He not tripping over his words or doing a lot of and that he ain't doing all that like he was. He do it here and there, but everybody, I mean, let's just be real. Professional athletes, not all of them are that good at talking. So, but I mean, he's doing that much better. I'm seeing the leadership skills in Trae Young now, and that should scare the living shit out of everybody else in the league. Because when you got a guy who already got this superstar persona, who already got this attitude, who don't mind being the villain, who show up when you put the pressure on him, he shows up even more. When you got a guy like that who more than just that now he actually leading his team. He being a leader. He being a vocal leader now for his team. That scares shit out of you. He leads the league in assists. He's the first player ever to have a 30-point, 20 assists. What was it? 30-point, 20 assists, and at least 5 rebounds. He the first player in history to ever do that.
Who the hell let him bang the board? Like what? That sounds crazy. 5 boards?
He the 5 boards. He the first player in history with a 30-25 night. The first player ever. And of course, he was the fastest. He was the fastest to what was it? The fastest to 200 something assists in a year, in a season. He's led the league in assists. Yeah. He led the league in assists for consecutive 7 seasons now. Consecutive.
We gotta put some props on his name, then. Like he really handled business. The game slowing down for him. Like he found this groove. The game super slowed down for him. You know they say the first 3.5, 4 years is a learning curve.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And his learning curve, it came a lot sooner because he was drafted to the Hawks. Well, he was drafted to Dallas and traded to the Hawks. So his learning curve came a lot sooner. And also a difference now is, did you know this about Waddell? This is first, really we don't know yet, but he's never had an all-star running mate to play with him on his team. He's been the only all-star for the Hawks.
You see number 12, I think that is Hunter.
DeAndre Hunter.
Man, he's nice. You see that? Oopie?
Yeah.
He throwed him last night.
Yeah. He's a dog. He got that dog in him this year. He healthy. So DeAndre came back healthy. Now, this what I'm hoping. No, I ain't even gonna say it because I don't even want to put that bad juju out there like that. But let's just say I hope he ain't seeing John Collins in his future.
Hey, yo, you're funny as hell, yo. Why you? Yeah.
So I only want to put that bad juju out there. But DeAndre Hunter, he playing like a man with his head on fire right now. What'd you say?
What's the other tall, lanky Josh Smith from that team? I think that was his name, number 5 or some shit. Number 3, number 5. We had Teague and all them.
Yeah, Josh Smith. Yeah, that was Josh Smith.
Now, if we can get a little more Josh Smith out of Hunter, because he's the full package. He can play defense. He got the 3. Although I'd rather him not settle for the 3. And he'll attack the rim. Like he's an all-around player. Like he'll come down.
Since he came back from injury, he's averaging over 50% on his threes since he came back from injury. he's averaging over 50% from
Man,
three.
that's a heavy ass improvement. Because wasn't he like 39, almost 40?
He was around like 38%, like 38, 39%, which is still not bad, but it's like over 50 is unreal.
Hell
But
yeah.
his field goal percentage has been over 70% since he came back from injury.
Oh yeah. Hey,
So the dude is balling. But let me tell you why. See, we got DeAndre Hunter for his two-way ability, right? His ability to play both ways on the floor. So most nights before, it was DeAndre Hunter, and he was going up against whoever the best offensive threat was for that team. You don't need to do that with him no more. Why? Because you got Dyson Daniels. They acquired Dyson Daniels from the Pelicans in that DeJounte Murray trade. Dyson Daniels is the best on-ball defender in basketball today, without a question. He held Bronson to 14 points last night, and really Bronson got them last 4 points in garbage time because we just went trying to foul and we was trying to let the clock eat, and he got 2 easy layups. But if it wouldn't have been for that, he would have only had 8 points the whole night. And that was because Dyson Daniels had his ass in jail last night.
You put him down 9-on-1. He put that boy down 9-on-1 right street.
Yeah, boy. He had his ass handcuffed last night.
He put him up there on 7.
And not only that, but he's capable of giving you 14 a night offensively. He's capable of doing that. He got a few 20-point games this year when Trey had to sit down. So now DeAndre Hunter ain't got to go up against the best offensive threat on the team, which means he can focus more on his offensive game. And then Jalen Johnson is just an emerging star in his league. DeAndre Hunter and Jalen Johnson are going to be Trae Young's first all-star teammates that he will have on this team. He'll be there. It's going to be 3 all-stars this year with the Hawks. DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson, and Trae Young. Without a question.
How long? Man, this is why I quit fucking with the Hawks back with Mutombo and Jason Terry. Because the upper management, in my opinion, you can't give them motherfuckers a clue. Like we'll have fire ass teams, bro. Like, and in 3 years they'll break it up because either they ain't trying to pay it or the GM is incompetent and the owner don't give a fuck about the money. Like,
yeah, they traded.
Stay together.
They traded Dominique Wilkins while he was in his prime. While he was in his prime, they traded Dominique Wilkins.
Hell yeah, bro. Like, that's why I don't fuck, bro. You guys are heartbroken motherfucker to rock with the Hawks, man.
Like, in the season before that, in the season before that, they was in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck you trade away your superstar after making a conference final appearance? But you're right about that. Now, see, the Falcons break your heart. But the Hawks make you want to go kill a motherfucker. They make you want to go hurt somebody. The Hawks will give you a fucking stroke. Yeah, the Hawks will give you a stroke, bro. And it's because of management. Let me talk about them wrestlers. Nick Russell is the son of Tony Russell.
Oh, that's why.
Tony Russell, when Tony Russell acquired this team, when he acquired the Hawks, best thing he had ever did, he hired the GM that had orchestrated the Golden State Warriors team that we currently have seen win multiple championships in recent memory. He orchestrated that team.
Oh,
He put that team together,
oh,
and that was Travis Schlenk. He hires Travis Schlenk to be GM. Now, see, if you listen to it during those times, if you listen to the radio, if you reading the newspapers, if you're reading the articles, Travis Schlenk and Tony Russell was talking to anybody and everybody to tell them exactly what this whole team's gonna look like with Trae Young and John Collins being the focal point of the team, along with Clint Capella. And we saw the dynamicness of it with the pieces they had around them when they went to the Eastern Conference Final. It won their first 2 games. Not only was it the Hawks' first win, but it was their first 2 wins in the Eastern Conference Finals under Travis Schlenk built basketball team. The following year, what happens? John Collins get caught on PEDs, get suspended for like 20-some games or something like that. Nick Wrestler, Tony Wrestler's son, asked his daddy for a little bit more responsibility around the team. He go to his daddy and say, "Hey, Daddy, I think I want to be a general manager like Mr. Schlenk one day." Tony Russell say, "Okay, that's a good idea, son. So what you want me to do for you?" He said, "Well, I need some practice." "Well, hell, I got a whole basketball team right here, son. Why don't you practice with this professional fucking team that I got right now?" And ever since, the Nick Wrestler experience has been fucking up my organization. Nick Wrestler is a punk ass bitch. And anybody see him on the street, you tell him Blakberry, no C, just in case, so you make sure he look up the right motherfucker. Blakberry say, "You a punk ass bitch for fucking up his basketball team." Because Travis Schlenk didn't want DeJounte Murray. He didn't want him. He knew it was going to set us back. He knew it. He knew it was going to set us back. But Nick Wrestler wanted DeJounte Murray. Why? Because Nick Wrestler done got buddy-buddy with Trae Young. They flying the games with each other on private jets and shit instead of Trae riding with the team. He on the private jet. He on the company jet with Nick Wrestler. In caviar and shit.
so he knowing exactly what Trey want. It just, yeah, straight backdoor channel to, yo, who you want over here to play with you, bro? Like, help me build you a team that you want to play with. Like,
right. You think you need somebody to take the scoring weight off of you and the playmaking weight off of you? You want DeJounte Murray? I'm going to go get you DeJounte Murray. And that's what Nick Wrestler told Travis Schlenk he had to do. So that's what they went and got. But what he also did in the midst of that is the Wrestlers hired Landry to be the assistant general manager. Now, don't you think the general manager should hire his own fucking assistant? Somebody he want to put under his wing? Somebody he want to bring up in the ranks? No. The Wrestlers say, "This gonna be your assistant manager. Landry is your assistant manager." So what Travis Schlenk say? Travis Schlenk say, "All right, well, I guess I'm getting the fuck on up out of here then, because this is some Billy Jack bullshit. And I want no part of it." So he steps down and takes a more in the back role that eventually was his transition out of the organization. And Landry takes over as general manager. Well, that's their puppet. That's the Wrestlers' puppet already. So you got DeJounte Murray, you got Trae Young. They wanted to play together. The shit ain't working out. Trae probably started to have some epiphanies. DeJounte gone in 3 years. Now you see a more mature Trae Young, who finally done understood everything I want, I probably don't need. I need to let somebody come in here like Quinn Snyder. Maybe I need to let Snyder do his thing. And I think, hey, and don't get me wrong, Quinn Snyder still got to prove himself to me. But I'm seeing the proof in the pudding, man. I'm seeing the proof in the pudding with Quinn Snyder, with this Hawks team. And it looked like they are a threat in the East. Couple things I'm hoping don't raise ugly head. It's being too small at the 5. I'm hoping that don't raise ugly head. And Quinn Snyder tends to tends to fold in big games. He only got one playoff win as a head coach.
I feel like we could finesse it this year. We could just gonna have to play the 5 by committee. But
like they've
this
been
year,
doing, yeah.
But this year in the draft, we got to go and fix that, because that's, if you asking me, that's really been a problem since Horford left. And just think about how many teams Horford played on since he left. Over
and
9
even
years.
he was undersized, but he played. See, and Clint plays big. I don't want folks to get me wrong saying I don't think Clint play big. Clint plays big. Don't get me wrong. But when he matched up against a 5 that can actually move with the basketball, a 5 that can create his own shot, he struggles.
When he matched up against a true 5.
Right, or the Vucevic or somebody like that. He get his ass 8 and pause, but he get his ass 8 up by Vucevic every time he play him. Same thing when he would go up against Brook Lopez, when Brook Lopez was in was with the Knicks. He struggles against the 5s that can create their own shot and can move with the basketball. So I'm hoping that there's an avenue once these playoffs come where we can get around that.
Is the trade deadline up already for NBA?
I think they can trade on the 6th. It was today. It opened up today, I think. Hold on. What's the date?
The 12th?
No, today. No, it opens up. It opens up on Monday. It opens up Monday. So everybody will be eligible to be traded on Monday.
Man, I would get Philly on the phone right now, yo. Whatever the fuck you want for Embiid, Joe.
Man, are you in my fucking head?
Bro. You want 3 first-round picks? You want 3 first-round picks? Nigga, hold the phone, bro. I'll send you 2 right now.
You in my head, bro.
Bro,
what's crazy is... Go ahead.
Bring a motherfucker like Embiid in here. I'm trying to think of another motherfucker who big and can move like him. I would say AD, but man, he's all fluff. Like, he ain't got that dog in him. Like, you need somebody that's got that dog in him where you can say, yo, bro, it's 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter, bro. This is Shaq time, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck if you put all 5 motherfuckers on him, bro. I'm going to get you the basket, my nigga. Like, we need a 5 like that. And we ain't had one that raw since Mutombo, for real. Like,
that's true.
Like, who could play offense and defense. Like, I ain't too much tripping about your offense. I'd rather have that 5. I don't give a fuck. Just stand in the middle of the paint. Don't let a motherfucker get underneath the basket. Like, give me one of them type. I don't give a fuck if he can. Just give me 5 blocks and 12 boards a game. We'll run through the East like fucking hot water, bro, on ice. We don't really need him to score. We will get the points from everywhere else, bro. We just need
you
that.
In my head.
We need that one guy who could apply that pressure in the middle, man. Like keep motherfuckers off the
You in my
boards.
head with the MB take. With the MB take, you in my head because just last night I was thinking to myself, man, you know, I know MB hurt and I know he out for this year, but this trade wouldn't be for this year. It would be for next year.
For next year.
It would be for next year.
Hey yo, and that will scare though. That's a statement. That's one of them. I walk in the room with a $30,000 watch on, nigga, and this bitch bust down diamond dancing all over your fucking face, and you think it's a disco ball, nigga. And everybody in the room turn their head and look at me as soon as I walk in that motherfucker. Like, yeah, that's one of them moves. Like, yo, oh shit, this nigga putting us on notice. Like, oh yeah, they going for the gauntlet next year. They coming for nigga net.
They going for it. They going for it.
Yeah, like and that was they gusto play.
We got some picks back in the DeJounte trade, but I don't know if they were first round pick. I'm on the roll, so I'm on my phone now, so I really can't look it up. But if we got at least one first round pick between this year and next year, if we got at least one, I'm packaging that first round pick, and I'm gonna package me a couple guys off the bench for Joel Embiid.
Hell yeah.
For Joel Embiid. Because I really think Philly at this point, they wanna move on. Mm-hmm. They should want to move on right now. Oh, and let's be real. Philly hasn't had a playmaking guard at the caliber
Ben Simmons
of a Trae Young since Ben Simmons, right? So with the caliber of Trae Young, even when Simmons was there, he wasn't the caliber of Trae Young with the distribution of the ball. So not only do you have a legit guard playmaker, but you also got legit wingmen like Dyson Daniels and DeAndre Hunter and Jalen Johnson. You put an Embiid in the mix with that?
Brett, that shit screamed 3 in a row. At least 2.
It screamed championship. Even if he only give you a legit 48 to 58 games for the season.
Yep.
Even if he only give you that, that's still that. Hey, you don't need him to play more than 60 games. You really don't. You don't.
I would just finna say you don't need him to play more than 55, 60 games. Ain't no point. You gonna beat him down for the playoffs. Keep him fresh.
Right. Especially if you can keep Clint Capella to come off the bench. Man, come on, man. Come on.
Yo, that bro. The twin man, I would get creative and move Capella to the 4 and let Embiid play the 5. Who you gonna guard?
Yep.
Trey drop that shit on your head from a good 30 out. Embiid to bully you in the bottom. Fucking Hunter splash it on you. And the other wing nigga come down and play defense. Yeah, Johnson to come down, play defense and dump it on you. Like, who you gonna guard? It's nobody you could double team.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. You in my head on the Embiid trade, man. I would hope that somewhere in the future we hearing
that we making a move for him,
making a move for Joel Embiid, because then I'm gonna know they really trying to go after the gauntlet.
Nah, real rep.
Because if you can acquire that trade, if you can make that trade happen, and you know it's for next year, and you still this year are fighting in the East to make it to the finals, man,
that's gonna put the NBA on notice. Like, oh shit, they're coming.
That's putting them
They
on
not
notice.
playing.
This a real threat in the East now. This ain't just some team that got hot at the right time and they got all the momentum behind them, because that slick kind of what that Eastern Conference appearance was when they went a few years ago. It was the momentum they had, and it was the adrenaline that got them there. They was able to win a couple games, but it just missing that one piece. Actually,
but that's
they
always
won a game without Trey. They won a game without Trey that year, didn't they?
Don't give me the
one
line,
of those
bro.
games they won. Yeah, one of them games they won. Remember, because Lou had to step in. Lou Williams had to step in. That the game Trey had got hurt. The game after that, Lou Williams had to start. They won that game. And they blew their ass out. This team went that
Didn't
far
that
away,
series
man.
finish 4-2? I think that series finished
4-2.
like 4-2. Yeah.
It did. This team wasn't that far away, man, before Nick Wrestler got his little grimy, little dirty fingers on it. This team wasn't that far away. But I think I want to think that now, with the guys they don't win and got, with the way the team playing, they got legit wing defenders now. The front court don't have to play so goddamn. They don't have to try to make up for the wing deficiencies on defense no more.
They ain't got to play in
the way
space.
they're playing, right? They can just do their assignments. They ain't got to go try to help now. So I really think, man, that this organization is starting to see the error of their ways. And even the wrestlers, I just hope that the wrestlers really are getting out the fucking way and letting the professionals do their fucking job. Because if that's the case, with a Trey Young, who done showed you his leadership ability as a leader in this thing, and they contenders in the East with defense and wing guys that can score and defend. Man, I'm real curious to see what they do in these before this trade deadline. Like we said, everything open up on the 16th, man. We gonna see what happens.
Man, I would love to see that, man. Us go make a just, even if you just pick up the phone and call and they be like, man, get the fuck out of here. Let me know that you serious about this shit. Like, let me know that you serious.
That you got the Hawks on the hook. That's gonna let them know we got the Hawks on the hook. They coming back, because you're gonna come back. You're gonna come back. You might get no at first, but you're gonna go back with some off, because you're gonna be like, listen, man, how much longer you want to go, Philly? How much longer you want to go thinking you can build around Joel Embiid? You done paid them too much money. You're not gonna be able to get nobody here. You're not gonna be able to get another star here to play with them. You tried that, it didn't work. You tried it 2 times. James Harden turned out to be too long in the tooth and too fat.
Yeah.
So what you want to do here? We can eat the remainder of the contract for you, and we gonna send you some folks to make up the difference. And we're gonna give you a first round draft pick.
You see what Southside say? He say Clint may be gone. He think Clint may be gone at the deadline. That's good too, because I package his ass up in that deal too. Look, man, all right, you want some fresh blood? I want some fresh blood. I seen you, Clint. One of these players out the bench in the first round, man. I want Embiid, nigga. Call me back.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I will probably do that. I like Clint. I think Clint been, out of everybody on this team, he's been the most consistent since he's been here when he was available. But for what we need, I would package him up in that deal. Even though I know it's for next year and I know we competing this year, I think we can still compete without Clint.
Yeah,
maybe not as good, but I think we can still compete. If your aspirations are, if I'm Landry them, if I'm Landry and Snyder, if your aspirations are finals, don't do it. But if you know you ain't really got a chance this year to go to no finals, which I ain't gonna say we do and we don't, because I'm just not gonna say. But what you playing for? Are you playing for finals or are you playing for conference finals? Because if you're playing for
Yeah,
conference finals,
I'm pulling the trigger.
I'm pulling the trigger.
Yeah. But if I see like, yo, man, we could get into a championship game this year, even if we don't win it, if we can get there with just how we
If we can
stacked
get there,
already, then we gonna rock with our guys. But
we
I
gonna
don't
rock,
know,
right?
man. That's a hard decision, bro. Like,
It's
because
hard. It's tough.
because I'll be pissed if we had a chance to go and get Embiid this year and we make the finals and lose and we don't get him, and then somebody else
Right.
snatch him up because we didn't want, because we felt like we was overconfident because we got tunnel vision and got over.
Yeah, it's a tough decision, man. It's a tough one.
Like, cause that should have had you kicking yourself in the mirror, had you woke. Like, I still be with them flashbacks of that damn 2016 Super Bowl, wake up in the middle of the night screaming like, ah.
I do this right here. What Southside said, Clint, Kobe Bufka, and a first round pick. Since we ain't playing Bufkin anyway. Yo, I would do that.
Hell yeah.
I think, me personally, I think Kobe Bufkin gonna get a little bit better, but I don't think he gonna get that much better. And I like Vic Krejci a little more than I like Kobe Bufkin for the next couple years anyway. So yeah, I would definitely do this. I would do this. Now, like me and Bow, what up, man? We and him both agree. Well, we're not too sure if we playing for finals. But the coach and the GM got to be on the same page with that. Now, if they saying, no, we can play for the finals with this team we got, then I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, let's find out. Let's
but
find
who is
out.
that coming
Let's
from,
find
though?
out. That's why I said.
When you say that, like, let's say that they not on the same page and the GM come to you like, yo, man, what you think about getting rid of Pella, Bufkin, and the first round for Embiid, and the head coach be on some shit like, nah, bro, we could win it all this year, or we could get there this year. Like,
I think
how
your
you
GM
play
need
that?
to listen to your coach then. And I think because your GM should listen to your coach in that manner, because that means the coach he done figure something out with the team that's been constructed. Something that he feel like, man, once we get everything clicking the way we've been, like, if we've been showing glimpses of it, but once it really start coming together, we already winning games. Just imagine once we really, really get it to where we practice it every day.
Mm-hmm.
This thing gonna be something to reckon with. Then I'm listening to my coach then, and I'm like, okay, we ain't gonna pull it. We ain't gonna make no move then.
No,
but if it's
you
the
know,
coach, if the coach is saying to the GM, we could go get Embiid for next year. I'm doing it in a heart.
Yeah.
I ain't
Before you
wasting
finish
no
that
time.
sentence, I'm on the phone.
I'm on the phone. I'm sending emails, bird signal, smoke signal. I'm sending every message I can to Philadelphia. Hey, we want your boy, and we want him right now. What you want for him? Now, we ain't gonna give you Jay any goddamn thing now, so don't come back with that bullshit.
Yeah, nah, real shit, because you know some motherfucker be trying finesse, like, give you 3 bums off the bench in the first round, like no.
Don't cover that bullshit.
Play me.
So hey man, it's real interesting right now with the Hawks. They don't won 7 out of their last 8. Everybody's healthy. This is the first time everybody really been healthy in a very long time. You got DeAndre Hunter and both Bogdan Bogdanovic both coming off the bench. So the bench has been averaging over 40 points a night because of those two guys.
When I seen they had
And,
Bogdan coming off the bench, I was like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "Yo, this team is deep as hell." Like, cause he was a starter.
Yeah,
he was like a 3-4 year starter here,
and
he
he's
got
an underrated playmaker. Yes. He plays tough on defense. He's not known for defense, but he plays tough on defense. He's long, so he can get boards, and of course, he got that damn jumper. So you got him and DeAndre both coming off the bench, and you got Onyeka Okongwu coming off the bench. It's arguably the best bench in the league right now. So
I like him a lot. I play 2K like a motherfucker. Okongwu, I like him, yo. Like,
yeah,
he's built like a 4, but he could play the 3. Like, that's why I like him. Like, he could play 3, 4, and 5.
He just ain't got handles.
Yeah.
He just ain't got handles. That if he had handles, he'll be scary. He would. But yeah, man, liking what we seeing out the house, man. So if anybody got any questions in the chat, me and about whatever, we finna call it a night, bro. I gotta lay down and get me some Z's so I can hit that road in the AM.
Man,
what you got going on this weekend? About what you got going on, man? You going to some games? What you doing? You kicking it?
Man, my daughter want to go to a Steeler game, dog. You know, she from here. So, I don't know, man. She keep trying to play me on this schoolwork. You know, I homeschool full-time parent and shit. Like, I homeschool, so she been burning me all week. She gonna be doing that shit this weekend. And if I got some extra time, we might can catch a game or something.
That's what's up, man. I was thinking about I was
go to the pit
talking to my wife about doing that.
What that?
Yeah, I was talking to my wife, man, about us possibly homeschooling my kids, man, because just don't like how to.
Bro.
I just don't like how they teaching these kids these days, man.
Bro. Man. One of my little homies, his son came home talking about he a girl, bro. Bro went down to the school, bro, smacked the shit out of every fucking staff member in that joint. I had to go bond him out. Bro went there slapped the shit out of every fucking staff member in that bitch. I feel him though. I wish you would send my child.
My thing is this. Any way somebody want to live their life, I am not here to tell you how to do that. I don't care how you want to live your life. But
don't force that shit on me and mine.
Right. And I find it to be very manipulative with the way the system is now in our society. Well, they not necessarily encouraging outright, out loud, boys to think that they're girls or girls to think that they're boys, but they're putting it out there in informational pamphlets and in programs to let kids know, like, hey, if you think you're this, you can be that. And that shit don't fly with me. This is not career day around this motherfucker. If you think you're a firefighter, you are not a firefighter until you go become a motherfucking firefighter. This is, I don't like that. That's how our society is. You're more than welcome to think that you are whatever that you want to think that you are, whatever pronoun you want to be. You can consider yourself that all you want. But that don't mean I got to call you that. And that don't mean I got to agree with that. And I just don't like that it's being forced on us to think so. See, I don't mind talking about this shit. I don't mind talking about it. I think these conversations need to be had on. I ain't gonna say on every platform because this, but I make it known in the description for this channel that Blakberry and this is what it says, and I quote: Blakberry discusses sports and other topics with guests. That's what it says in the description on this channel. So whatever the fuck I want to talk about, I will talk about. And listen, I got a niece who's a part of the LGBTQ community. And I love my niece to death. And she knows I love her. But she also knows how this family is when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's what you choose to be, that's your choice. But she also knows not to go there with anybody about that topic because nobody's going to say anything that she likes.
Mm-hmm.
So I love her, and I love her the way I need to love her as my niece. I talk to her, I give her advice, but we ain't talking about that because she already know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to tell her. And it's like that with everybody in that community. They know already. And I don't got to go into depth about what it is that they know. You know what they know. They know already the consequences. They already know. It's up to them to figure that out for themselves. And hopefully they don't figure it out when it's too late. Because then it's too late. But you do what you want to do. You be what you want to be. Me personally, I'm all about Yahweh. And y'all told me it's a certain way to be.
Period.
Point blank, period. The word say what it say, and the word ain't a lie. The word is the word. It's the truth. It's the end all be all. And it ain't no way around it. So, with that being said, everybody live your life. I give everybody the same advice. LGBTQ, straight, non-binary, whatever the fuck they call, whatever it is, I give everybody the same advice. Don't give a fuck about nothing but what you want to give a fuck about. If you give a fuck about that, don't give a fuck what somebody else think about that. Only care what you think. What somebody else think don't matter. If I decide to go out here and drive with a suspended license, that's on me. I have to deal with the consequences. The people that disagree with me doing that, hey, Derek, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't go out there and drive without a driver's license. You can go to jail. Yeah, but the engine starts and the motherfucker moves, so I'm gonna drive it.
Hey, bro, you sound like me.
I've been getting away with it for this long.
Hey, look,
I've been getting away with it for this long.
Man, I don't even got a license, but I be driving like a mother. I ain't never had a license and be driving like a mother.
I do have a Class A driver license, so before anybody get to calling DOT on me, I am legit. Matter of fact, I just came out of way station, so I must be legit. But listen, man, that is what it is. Whatever folks choose to live, whatever way they choose to live, let them live it. Let them live it. At the end of the day, they the ones got to live it, and they the ones got to deal with it.
I tell folks straight up, man, I don't care about how you live, who you do your thing with in the nighttime. That ain't my business. Don't push it on me. We could do business. We could be cordial. We could be cool. As long as you don't open that door. Certain doors in my mansion stay closed and we never open them. That's a door that's nailed closed and we ain't gonna ever open it. I'll be cordial with you, but everything else I say, I don't judge. I don't even care. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we are humans, like, but just don't ever try and push that shit on me or mine. It's like, if you grown, you man or woman enough to make your own decision. Just don't push that shit on me or my child. Outside of that, do you have fun doing it? I salute you. We in the land of the free, home of the brave, and where everybody getting paid. Do you?
Yeah. The information has been given to you. You do what you want with it. It's up to you. That's in Proverbs. You can give them the information. You done did your part. Now let's move on. Code Girl 5, he said, he working on his CDL now. Yeah, hey man, Code Girl 5, you need some advice, man. You just hit me up, man.
Hey yo, that's
If you don't
crazy
know
because I
him,
got that.
I'm on Facebook. Darren Tillman on Facebook. Darren Tillman on Facebook or Blakberry. You can hit me up at Blakberry Lorex on YouTube. I mean on Facebook too.
That crazy because I got the app for that joint on my phone. that for like the little quiz and junk and all that type stuff for like the tests y'all gotta take to do that shit.
For the CDL?
I got it on. Yeah, I got it on. I got the app on my phone. I was gonna do that shit a couple years back. I'm about to do gunsmithing though.
Yeah, man, gunsmith. That sounds interesting, man. You gonna build guns? You gonna build guns?
Hell yeah.
What you gonna build real steel or you gonna use a 3D printer?
I mean, shit, I got one of them already. That's where I learned. Well, not learned, but that's why I like really fine tune my skills at. But I've been like my whole family is military, ex-military. Like I've been around them shits my whole life. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I've been around them too, but I shouldn't have been. But
yeah, me neither. That's my passion.
I'm an arms carrier now, but I done disciplined myself, so
man,
everything gonna be.
I'm in the process of petitioning the state right now to try and get my shit back, to get my rights back. Cause it's crazy. Cause here they'll let me vote, but I can't own the pipe. Like, yo, that's goofy. But all I gotta do is petition the all I gotta do is petition the Capitol, and I've been 6-7 years with no cases and shit, so I should be cool. Other little goofy driving, no license plates, little dumb shit.
Yeah. Well, anyway, man. With that being said, appreciate everybody coming through. Don't forget to go to Home Team Fitness. Oh, excuse me. Shit. Don't forget to go to HomeTeamFitness.com. Get your home team appear at HomeTeamFitness.com. I am still honoring Cyber Monday deals. Spend $100, get $20 off. It's the holidays. Got a couple holiday things up there with some ugly Christmas sweaters and some holiday gear. That right there in the ad is the Get Grinched sweatsuits. So you can grab you one of those, or you can get you one of these ugly Christmas sweaters that's dedicated towards the Georgia Bulldogs, the Atlanta Braves, the Atlanta Hawks, and the Atlanta Falcons. So go over there to HomeTeamFits.com, represent for your home team at HomeTeamFits.com. Also,
man, you gotta get some of that tech gear up there, bro.
Yeah, I got a tech design that I said I was gonna post. I just ain't posted it yet, but I got a tech design. I'm gonna post it up before I lay my head down tonight. I'm gonna post it up the other night. But it's a Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets ugly Christmas sweater. Got one for them. Got one for the Bulldogs. Got one for the Hawks. Got one for the Falcons. Got one for the Braves. Well, I might have said that already, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm in there.
Just go. Also, a local Atlanta chef at Sminote Meats and Eats.com got some of the best smoked barbecue this side of Mississippi, man. I'm a big fan of the beef ribs and the brisket. He really throws it down, man. The dude know what he's doing. It was so good, I ain't even need no sauce.
But you can catch him on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X, or whatever it is. Also on YouTube. It's MinoteMeatsandEats.com. And yeah, man, check them out. That Sminote ain't no gin-note. Once you try it, you can't deny it. It's SminoteMeatsandEats.com. Hey, man, appreciate everybody coming through, man. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button and hit that notification bell so you can know when we go live and when we post content here on It's the Home Team with Blakberry. No C, just a K. Catch us on the flip side, home team. We'll see you when we see you. Peace.
Peace.
Night ride on the train.